you guys, your website literally says, my product. You get, 20 photos and so many retouching and 3 hours of the shoot time or whatever. You guys are approaching your stuff in the same exact way. And you don't have to feel bad about that, because let me tell you, this is what I see with my clients over and over and over and over and over again, is thinking with company logic, focusing too much on the literal specific features of what it is you're going to get. People do want to know that. Some people do want to know that, but they want to know it much closer to the actual purchasing decision. Okay. So you cannot lead your business with stuff like you're going to get this many photos and this long of a shoot and stuff like that. And that is how most people approach their stuff.
So guys, in the last few videos, we've been talking a lot about copywriting process. Today, you're going to get a hands-on look at a before and after of a real client's copy so that you can see an example of how you can apply what you learned to improve conversions and drive more revenue for your clients. Hey internet homie, Jamie here and Ben, and today I have a new video for you because I want to share actionable step-by-step marketing content that you can apply in your business right now, today. Today is a Throwback Thursday video, and that means that you're going to get long-form content where you're going to learn either a specific copywriting technique, a specific marketing technique, or you get to watch over my shoulder while I work. So I definitely recommend getting yourself comfortable, get something to drink, make sure that you have something to take notes in, and buckle in. If you're ready to market smarter, not harder, then make sure that you give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of my next actionable marketing content videos. All right, let's dive right into it.
We interrupt this program to bring you the Marketing Nerd Show, starring Jamie, the marketing nerd. Grab a seat, take out your notes, and let's get into the show!
You have at the top, it says, Six Sister Stuff menu plans. We know how hard it can be to get dinner on the table. That's exactly why we created the Six Sisters menu plan program. Each week, you will receive a weekly menu plan that includes 6 main dish recipes, 2 sides, 1 to 2 desserts, a detailed shopping list, blah, blah, blah. Sign up today to take the stress out of dinner time. So, what is it that you notice about that? Just like we talked about in the 3 keys to value, this is starting off with their business, okay? I mean, what you have ginormous is the logo, and the headline says Six Sister Stuff menu plans. So that is the title of their product. And then the majority of the couple of sentences that are right under that, they try to sprinkle on a little like getting dinner on the table sucks, it's hard. But that's like just basically an afterthought. And then it just completely dives in to the features, not benefits, only features of their menu plan. And so that would be like if Bose, what's the difference between buying a $5 pair of headphones and like a $500 pair of Bose headphones? Is that when you go to Bose, either their website or you see an ad or something, they're talking about like, here are the difference. Like even the strictest audiophiles can't tell, or like they just can't do listen to anything else besides Bose. And if you want to hear your music exactly as it was played on stage, like that's what you want to get Bose for. Meanwhile, if you are getting like a $5 pair of headphones, they might tell you, hey, like our speakers go from, whatever hertz to like whatever hertz. So if we just scroll down the page a little bit, you have this stuff that's like cost saving, healthy, delicious. So, I mean, we already basically led with our product, and now we're trying to backpedal a little bit like, oh, stuff that you care about. But then we're right back at the product. You know what I mean? So now you see this select, like you can more features, features, like it has this much RAM and that many HDMI ports and this much refresh rate and stuff like that. It is not, this is just overall not, it's very focused on their company logic, and it's not focused on understanding what the problem is. Very little time is dedicated to doing that. It's not focused on getting people to believe that they would benefit from this product. And it is definitely not, there's really no point of this that at no point is trying to ask you, so do you want it, or convincing you to want it, or anything like that. So now let's look at the after, and let's kind of go down play by play, and I will try to explain some of the changes that I made when I was looking for ways to get people to understand what exactly the problem is, as well as, to be honest, more detail on what exactly they're buying, which I feel like this does not give a lot of that. Getting people to believe that they would benefit from it, and then getting people to want it. So I'm just gonna shoot over the link again. Thank you to my PA, and also thank you to everybody watching for being patient with me. Like I said, we've used this platform before, and I've never had this experience where I literally just click share screen and then it closed all my internet browsers. So I've never had that happen before. But so now we're going to pull up the after, and I'm going to try to explain to you some of the changes that I made to get people to better understand the problem, show understanding of the problem that we know that people have, believe that they're affected negatively by that problem, and want to have the solution, which ultimately is buying these products. So we are loading that up right now. So do you guys before we scroll or anything, let's just stay on this for a second. What is the difference? I hope you can literally see the difference between the before is, and we don't have to switch back and forth. I have them both up. We can keep looking at the after. But so the headline on the original page is 6 Sister Stuff Menu Plans. You see the difference between 6 Sister Stuff menu plans, and are you tired of hours searching Pinterest for dinner recipes? Okay, this headline I wrote based off of my sentiment matching technique, which I will teach in a future episode of the Marketing Nerd Show. But this is one of the main reasons that I identified through my sentiment matching technique that people feel frustrated, the major frustration and the major reason for why they buy this product. And then feed your family every night, no thinking required. So again, we are trying to demonstrate to the prospects that we understand the problems that they're having, as well as getting those people to actively think, yeah, I do spend hours looking for new recipes. Yeah, that really does suck and take up a lot of my time. So let's scroll down past the header to the next kind of section. And here I've pulled out 2 testimonials. So again, this is all about understanding the problem and also believing that they not only have this problem, but that they could benefit from using this product. Okay, so and I'm not going to read every single thing to you, but I've been shocked at how well my kids have eaten. They haven't taken one sandwich to school all year because they love the leftovers. So that is one major challenge that moms have, or people have, when they're trying to plan meals for their families, is their kids don't like the food, or the husband doesn't like the food, or somebody doesn't like the food, or somebody has some type of dietary restriction and that makes it difficult to choose food. Or sometimes you're getting recipes and there are just ingredients that your family doesn't like in there. There are people who really don't like mushrooms, or they don't like onions, or whatever like that. So in this case, we're trying to get people to believe that, and understand that your family's personal taste preferences is another major barrier to simplifying the process of planning your dinner. So we can scroll to the next section now. Scroll down a little to the next, here's how it works thing. Yeah. Keep going. Yep. Nope. Up. Yep. A little more. Got like, here's how it works. Perfect. Yep. Okay. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I thought I would be able to like scroll and show you all this stuff, but we're making it work. That's the moral of the story with the Marketing Nerd Show, is make it work. Okay. So again, this is getting people to really hammer on how long the process of taking dinner, planning dinner takes you. So first you have to spend hours trying to plan recipes, and then you have to spend hours trying to compile that all into one shopping list. And then you have to do all the cooking and all the cleaning, and maybe people still complain anyway after you go through all that stuff. So each section of this landing page has been designed to hammer on to people that this is the problem, that planning dinner takes you a lot of time. You have to believe that, oh yeah, my husband is picky, or like my kids are picky, or whatever. And we're going to get to some other sections that really demonstrate all of this other stuff too. And we're starting to get into the wanting aspect, because what is it that people want? Honestly, what somebody who's cooking dinner wants is for all of that effort, their family to not complain about it. Being happy is like the old, like smiling faces, that would be amazing. But to be honest, what people really want is just their family to not fucking complain about it. That would be a step up for most people. So we can scroll down to the next section, which says build your plan. And in this case, we're starting to build more of that wanting into it. So this is where we're showing off, like, you want this product because this food looks so delicious. And in this case, we're also starting to, how is it that I want to say this? There are a couple of different segments of this market of people who buy these menu plans. And now we're trying to get people like, okay, one segment's objections might be, well, my family might not like super weird recipes. They want something traditional. In this case, that's what this standard is communicating to you, like lasagna, that's classic meals that your family will love. If you're someone who's like, my family, their tastes are not super out of the box, I need to be sure that I'm getting stuff that they like, then you would be attracted to the standard one. Another segment of the people who buy this menu plan is people who are trying to lose weight, but they are really stressed out because they're like cooking separate food for themselves, and then they have to cook like another meal for their family that their family will eat. So in this case, what we're trying to tell them is, hey, you can meet your fitness goals and you don't have to cook separate meals for anyone, because not only are you going to love this food, but your family who's eating regular will also love this food. And that is a high bar. And that's a concern for those people. And then the third segment of this market is, like we talked about a little bit earlier, people who have dietary restrictions. And in this case, we have gluten-free version. So if somebody has celiac, or a member of their family has celiac, or you're a parent with a child who has celiac, like you're very, very, very concerned and you want to be extra cautious if you're anything to do with food. So in this case, hey, we're thinking about you. And also you have the same problem with the healthy demographic, that like, not only do you know that this is safe for either you or your child or your family member, but it's so delicious that you can actually feed the same food to everyone instead of having to make another, like a whole separate meal for the person who has dietary restrictions. So that's what's going on there. Then we can scroll down to the next section, to the section that says you're busy. Yep. Perfect. So we're not going to read all of this stuff together, but basically what this part, let's just read the headlines. So this one says, you're busy, more to-dos, and then let's keep scrolling down. What's for dinner? Let's keep scrolling down. Dinner time should be easy. Empty. There has to be a better way. How to take the work out of meal planning. Keep scrolling. Let us handle the heavy lifting and send you a menu plan plus complete shopping list every week. So again, even though we didn't read the entirety of that copy, you can see how the messaging is specifically designed and organized to get people to understand, oh, hey, I am busy. Yeah, my to-dos are piling up. Yep, I do really hate when I go home and my family says, what's for dinner? And I think that this is common enough that most people know that to be referred to as the dreaded question. Even if you don't personally feel that way, it's so popular of a problem that you may at least be familiar with that phrase. Then we have dinner time should be easy. That is getting more into the wanting aspect of like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to dread having to come home after a long day and not knowing, like, I don't want to dread what's for dinner. It should be easier. And there has to be a better way. Again, is into that wanting 3 keys to value. Like, yeah, the other people make adulting look so easy. They know something that I don't know, and I want to know it. And then you get to the whole take the work out of dinner planning and let us handle the heavy lifting, blah, blah, blah. That aspect is all to the wanting. So then you have a build your plan section again, and then we can scroll down past this. And you can put that at the top. And so how whack is this, you guys? Like, you see how long a landing page this is? This is for a $10 product. And here's what I'm trying to hammer home. The point I'm trying to hammer home is that most businesses approach their marketing with the example that we showed in the before. You guys, your website literally says, my product, you get, 20 photos and so many retouching and 3 hours of the shoot time or whatever. You guys are approaching your stuff in the same exact way. And you don't have to feel bad about that, because let me tell you, this is what I see with my clients over and over and over and over and over again, is thinking with company logic, focusing too much on the literal specific features of what it is you're going to get. And, people do want to know that for sure, but they want to know, well, actually, I'm going to take back for sure. People do want to know that. Some people do want to know that, but they want to know it much closer to the actual purchasing decision. Okay. So you cannot lead your business with stuff like you're going to get this many photos and this long of a shoot and stuff like that. And that is how most people approach their stuff. And I love what Enrique just said. You're changing my thinking. And I'm so glad to hear that, because I like anyone who's hearing this and you're realizing, oh God, this is me. It's okay. Like, the majority of people have this problem, and this is the number one thing that I wind up solving. So I think that is probably, let me just look at the rest of this page. We can just scroll down. I'll just pull out the highlights. Like, we don't have to keep, I just want to point out some of these specific places, So saves you time, saves you money, perfect for busy schedules, eliminate your food waste, say goodbye to your cooking rut, easy to make recipes, proven delicious meals, easily customizable. And so I hope that you and we can keep scrolling, as we're going, but this is a game changer. This is so different from what you saw in the before, where they're just like, oh yeah, we know that getting dinner on the table is hard. So get 6 dinners and like 5 side dishes and 2 desserts. You know what I mean? Like this is just a totally different world. And this has been specifically designed to make sure that people understand the problem, that they believe like, yeah, my husband's picky. Like, yeah, my kids are picky. Yeah, I have a gluten-free child and it is a challenge. Or yeah, I'm losing weight and I hate cooking separate meals for myself and my family. This has all been specifically designed piece by piece. And we can go back to just the camera now. We can, no more share screen. Sorry, I thought I'd be doing this on myself, but things are wild. And if the biggest message I could give to you from today's Marketing Nerd Show is just roll with it. Try your best. That's all that matters. And you know what? We made this work out. Even though trying to share my screen closed my browser 2 times, we made this work out. But anyway, yeah, each part of that example that I showed you has been specifically designed to get people to understand the problem, believe that this version of the problem that we're talking about is the one that they have, and to get them to want this product. Then there are, which we'll have to cover in a later show of the Marketing Nerd, a later episode of the Marketing Nerd Show. There were a couple of other considerations that I put into there, as far as the rest of it was really designed to overcome the most common objections and answer the most common questions that I identified in my sentiment matching process, which, like I said, if you want to learn how I do that, keep tuning into the Marketing Nerd Show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, or whatever time that is for you and where you are viewing. So in conclusion, you learned the number one biggest misconception about copywriting, right? Now you're going to stop writing things for free. Now you know that each step of the sales process, whether you're writing an email, an organic social media, you're talking, you're having a conversation with a prospect, you're doing a phone sale, you're doing a video sale, it's all relevant, okay? Ultimately, copywriting is sales, and it's understanding the sales process. It's getting into writing the messaging that people need to go each step of the way along your sales process until that fun portion where they have the transaction. You learn the 3 musts that any piece of your sales funnel needs to sell. You guys, people have to understand the problem. They have to believe that they have the consequences of the problem, whether negative or positive. Consequences doesn't mean bad. It just means outcome. And they must want to solve the problem. They must want to do so with your product. And then finally, we checked out that really cool real world e-commerce client case study. I really hope that gave you ideas on how to apply what you just learned today, how to use these 3 keys to value to do like a self-assessment. If you have a portion of your sales funnel, whether it's like your website or your emails or your ads or whatever, if you're doing something and you feel like it's not working, I don't understand why it's not working. I hope now that you can see exactly how you can use these 3 keys to value to do a type of self-assessment, and you can make conversion rate optimization changes yourself. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me today. If I brought you any value, please spread the word about Entrepreneur TV by sharing this video, by liking our page, by tuning in not only next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for my show, but also 8 p.m. on Tuesday and Thursday for Barbara and our other amazing guest shows. And finally, if you want to continue the conversation with me, then please join me in the Marketing Nerd Facebook group. You can ask me your questions. You can share your own sales and marketing materials for feedback from me and the other marketing professionals that are part of our community. And you can learn more about how we can work together in my free Facebook group, the Marketing Nerd Crew. So you can just type in Marketing Nerd Crew to the Facebook search if you're already on Facebook, or you can go to jamiedoerschuck.com/crew, and it will direct you there. How you spell my last name, I know it's really long. It's DOERSCHUCK. So you can go to jamiedoerschuck.com/crew and it will automatically take you there. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today.
Now, what should you do if you want to continue learning about copywriting? What's a good next step for you to take after this video? Definitely make sure that you join my free 1-month sales copywriting course where you're going to learn step-by-step processes for research, strategy, and of course, even more in-depth techniques on how to write stuff like sales pages and email sequences like you just learned today. You definitely want to join that and check that out at jamiedoerschuck.com/funnel. Also, if you want to join a community of smart marketers and business owners just like you, then come join our secret society. You'll find that at the Marketing Nerd Crew, jamiedoerschuck.com/crew. That's a place where we can connect with each other. You can get advice, not just from me, but also from professional marketers and high-level business owners just like yourself. Also, I heavily moderate the group so you can be sure that there's nobody in there trying to scam you or sell you anything. You can find that link at jamiedoerschuck.com/crew, and you can find all the links that we just talked about as well as all the other places of the Marketing Nerd community in the description below. So if you like this video, then remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of my next free actionable marketing strategies. Thank you so much again for watching this far. I really appreciate it. If you decide to give any of these strategies that you learned in this video a try, please leave a comment and let me know how it goes because I would love to hear from you. Also, if you're looking for something to watch next, definitely check out these 2 videos that just popped up on the screen for you because I've personally selected them to follow what you're watching right now so you know that you're gonna love them. Thank you so much once again for watching today's video, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.